or no, excuse me, the original kitchen. A gentleman was standing there talking to another guy who's a firefighter, and they felt something and saw a black mass, I guess, go in between them. And according to him, they were ready to not yell at somebody, but say, "Hey, are you crazy?" Because I mean, if two people are talking, you know, really close, you wouldn't expect somebody to just right, exactly. So they're like, "What the heck?" And then realize that nobody was there. And they turn their lights on, all that stuff. There's nobody around, so they don't know what exactly that is. Although I will say, in the kitchen, I saw a bat.
We've seen quite a few of them.
A black apparition in the kitchen, old kitchen.
Okay, so that could be that as well. So he has maybe some evidence of what that gentleman claimed to see. In Ward 4, there's a door, I'll point it out to you, where supposedly a few people, a woman and her two kids, not kids, they were, you know, in their 20s, I'm sure they looked at anyway, that the door would close on them, and they asked for it to have it closed on them. And then I was in the kitchen, the original kitchen, doing like an EVP session with some people, and every time they asked for some sort of sign, they would hear some noises and go to investigate it, and everything would be there, and then they would get back and ask for it again, and it would happen, and still nobody there. So those are just things that have happened the last few nights. So that we may be able to figure out. Oh, you just shut that light off. Good, thank you. Just as I can't see anyone. Now, just for like quick tips and things like that, when you're investigating a space like this, you really can get lost in here, and I hope you do. You know, really ooze and leak into every room you can, and all the different nooks and crannies and areas. It's humongous. You're not going to have any problem. If you want to just be one or two of you off in a room somewhere, you're going to have no problem finding that type of space. So don't worry about that. Now, I know a lot of people, as far as the evidence is concerned, a lot of people have recorders and cameras and digital cameras and all that stuff. Just a few quick pointers with that sort of things. I know a lot of people will be inclined to whisper and really be quiet, but that's going to work against you. I'd like to encourage you to put a little bit of tone into your voice. Because when you're reviewing your audio later or going through your cameras, that sort of thing, it's going to be really hard for you to distinguish the whispers, where if somebody has a little bit of tone in their voice, you're going to recognize it much more. You know, I remember that guy with the tack shirt and the goatee, he was on my team, you know, where you may not remember this gentleman if he doesn't have a little tone in his voice. It's just going to sound like whispers, right? So we're trying to avoid that. Now, I know a lot of people will be inclined to say flash and that sort of thing for cameras, but I say that it's a ghost town, so it may be a little more annoying for you. I think it's a little bit of a smaller group, but it may be a little more annoying for you to have 25 people, you know, saying flash every time they take a picture than to just deal with the flashes. So I say maybe just deal with the flashes, unless somebody's medically sensitive to that sort of thing. If that's the case, then you'll want to put the kibosh on that, but I think it'll be okay. Situations like this where you're really dealing with a good amount of people, you want to, take your steps very, very deliberately, very deliberate motions. You want to know where you're going, what you're doing. You want to see everything. Use your senses a lot more than your gadgetry. It'll get you a little bit further. Your eyes and your ears. The greatest ghost hunter investigator of all time, Harry Houdini, didn't have any of this equipment. He just used his ears, his eyes, and a piece of paper and a pencil. So, I mean, you don't need to have all of this stuff, but it does help to point you in the right direction. But use your eyes and your ears, okay? As far as these events and things, Tango, myself, Amy, we're fortunate enough to be in a position that, we investigate the paranormal every day of our lives. So at events like this, we like you guys, obviously, to be able to do it. So what I do is let you guys, get into the spots, and I just sort of wander around, and not wander, I have a purpose, but, I like to go around and talk to everybody, just jump into EVP sessions, jump into, different, there's Lily's room where supposedly things are happening, and let me just quickly give you a little briefing about Lily's room now. A lot of people I see a lot of people going in there and just saying, Lily, move the ball. Lily, move the ball. Lily, over here, kick the ball. You see what we're doing? Move the ball. Lily, move the ball. The ball's moving. Please, Lily, move the ball. And it's which is great. You want that to happen, but I like to think of these things like they still, maintain a conscious, like they have a thought decision, they have a thought process, decision-making skills, all that stuff. Because if they don't, and it's just inanimate and not aware that you're there and that sort of thing, then it doesn't matter. You're talking, it's not going to know. But if it does have that ability, then you're going to be able to make a connection with whatever that does. So I like to treat them, as I would when they're living as dead. So when you're approaching Lily, first off, Lily, I've been told, is just from a psychic. Nobody knows if that's, legitimate. And psychics is fine, anybody that has that power or claims to, but there's no way to prove it or quantify it or anything. It's just their word. So be cautious of that. Because if Lily isn't the one, say there's a different little girl there, or say there's a guy there or something, you may be like, who the hell is this Lily? I want nothing to come out of here, and may not interact with her. So you may want to try to interact with people. But if you are going after Lily, introduce yourself. Hey, I'm so-and-so, I'm this person, and I'm that, and I'm doing this, and let her know why you're there. Don't expect her to move the ball just because you think she should, because you want her to. Give her reasons. Hey, this is a lot of fun. Look how much fun we're having. We're kicking this around. Don't you remember this? This is so. Just give her a reason why she should move the ball, not simply just because you want her to, right? And I think that should carry over into all the investigating. Treat it like it may be a human in there with human thought, emotion, decision-making skills. It may not. It may be human, but may not have free will, whatever, we don't know. But that's just all the stuff to think about. Now, I know 25 people, a lot of people say, how are you going to see anything? How are you going to hear anything? It's so crazy, all these people, I don't understand this sort of thing. But we have good results with, a lot of people, little people. If it's a residual type of haunting, which a lot of what is here seems to be, then it won't know if there's 600 people there or just 2 people there. It's not aware of time and space. It doesn't have that, that ability. And also, some researchers, and even our case study, points to that, there is obviously a heightened EMF field when things do occur. So the more people in that room is a chance that, every inanimate object has a static charge to it. And once any static electricity starts to move, it becomes electromagnetic, right? So as your static builds in your body and you move and you walk or even kick the ball or whatever, you're going to turn into electromagnetic energy. And that could be something that they could use as a catalyst to manifest or to move the ball or whatever. If you have EMF gauges, anybody in here have EMF gauges? I saw some people. You'll want to use those, but keep in mind with the energy level. If the ball does start to move, make notes of what is happening. But with EMF, burn into it tonight a little bit, where people will assume that their reading should be continuous and constant, and that if it goes away and comes back, that means it's something moving and that sort of thing. But all EMF travels in what's called quanta, or bundles or packets, and it's actually bundles of energy moving, and then it stops, then it comes. The word is called quanta. So EMF actually does move in bundles. It doesn't just continuously stay there. And also, aside from just that part of the EMF, you just want to make note of all of those readings and not misinterpret things that you maybe think is happening. Okay? Everybody dig it? All right, gang. This is such a big spot that what I have been doing, what I'm going to do is just walk all the way to the other end of your investigation site. And on the way there, just sort of show you, hey, this is this place, this is that place, this is the kitchen, this is Lily's room, here's what you can do, here's what you can't do, all that jazz. And feel free to sort of drop off wherever you like and investigate, or follow me all the way to the end so you can at least see how big the spot is, and you'll kind of know how to tackle it and where to go, right? Okay, gang, we're going to do it.